Hello guys, and welcome back to the 3ds Max Asset Creation series. And in this video I just want to briefly go over lighting and different types of lighting types. Just before I go into any more further detail, I just want to stress on one thing. Whenever you export your model into something like CryEngine, UDK, Source Engine, the lighting isn't going to go with it. So I advise you only use lighting in 3ds Max as a reference for just so you know how different types of materials and shapes are going to react with the lighting. Also, you can use lighting in 3ds Max, so if you want to make a render image or something like that, it will come out in this. So let's just get this started and I'll show you some lighting. So let's just go over and head over to the lighting tab in the roll-up bar. And you can see here we've got our drop down menu here. We've got two types. We have standard and we have photometric. We're only going to be playing around with standard at the moment, but if any of you need to know what photometric is, it's going to be more realistic, something more like a light bulb. But over here in standard we've got a few more, how can I say, a few more lights we can play around with in photometric. So let's go start off and showing you what a target spotlight is. So let's say I click on it and then I click on the ground. Let's just go here and you can see that's made a light, and I have to hold this down whenever I'm making this, and you can see that I'm still able to move around a second light. Some of you may think it's the light, it's not, it's just the target of where our light's going to be going. So let's say I move this around, I can spin it around in all different axes and stuff like that. So we've got our source as the main one, which is the one we originally created, and the one I'm moving around at the moment is our target. So I've just placed that down now by releasing the mouse, and you don't have to worry about resetting these lights every time you play around with them. You can just briefly move these around with standard transformation tools. Something cool about these spotlights is the further back you bring the source, the more light you're going to get on your target. So let's say I pull this way, then I pull this back, oh sorry about that, then I pull this back, you can see more light goes to it. So if any of you played around with projectors at school or anything like that, you'll know how it works when your teachers move it back and stuff like that. So enough of spotlights now. Okay, now we've got our direct lights are just going to go in one location. When you move them back, there isn't going to be more light. It just goes straight forwards in whatever direction you want it to go towards. So make sure you're not, if you haven't got any light, it's probably just because you've got the light facing the wrong way around. So make sure it is in front of it and then you'll see some light. Okay, so with this we can just pull that back, and we also have our target over here which we can pull back too. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and now I can smooth my target. And when I pull the source back, nothing happens to that. So let's just leave target for now. Target direct for now. Now we've got omni lights. Omni lights are probably the best lights in my opinion. So all it is just a one-click creation for these omni lights. They're pretty cool. It's just like a little small light that will light up everything around it, so it doesn't have a target light like all the other ones. So let's say I move it over here, it's going towards all different faces and all around you. So now we've done that, we've got omni. This one's slightly similar to omni, but this one's called a skylight. This is something you'd use up above in the air, on top of your model, because this goes everywhere. And it's stupidly powerful. You can change some of the settings around when you first make your light, you can, but we're not going to go into anything like that. So now I just want to show you how you can experiment with different types of shadows with your lights. So for that we're going to need something for this box to cast the shadow on. So I'm just going to quickly make a box here, and then it's going to pull this, well, not a box, sorry. Just gonna pull that up, and now we have our light. Okay, so over here, once you click on it, I just went straight into making the light and placing it down. You can see we've got a few different types of settings. We've got shadows, do I want them on or off? And we've got shadow maps, area shadows, stuff like that. We won't need to go into too many of these parameters and settings. All we need to know is whether or not you want your shadows on, and over here you've just got your standard light on and off. So let's say I place this down, and you can see if I lift this up, you can see there's shadows like here, there. Oh, sorry about that. And you can see there are shadows around things that you can't see. So let's say when I put it next to this text, you can see there's a shadow behind it. So now you should be able to play around with a few of the different types of settings and lights and parameters and everything for that. I would recommend you play around with some of these advanced effects, stuff like that, just so you know, just so you're more familiar with the lighting system. Some of these systems you can just replicate and stuff like CryEngine, UDK, Source Engine, Unity, and all that stuff. So that's about all I wanted to show you in this video. Thanks for watching, comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good time. Goodbye.